Hey guys, I'm Roy Joe, and this is Nerd Labs. So today, we're going to talk about electrical engineering. What exactly is it? Well, I'm not wearing the right thing. And nope. Still not it. There we go. So as I was saying, electrical engineering is tied to a lot of fields. Almost everything is affected by electrical engineering. Cell phones, computers, microwaves, TV, earbuds, the internet, toaster, your other toaster, garage doors, lights. If I listed everything related to electrical engineering, I could go on forever. But there are even some things that are subtly related to electrical engineering, like this Rubik's Cube. The machine that made it was electrically engineered. But where did electrical engineering come from? Let me tell you, it was the first job in the universe. In Genesis 1:3, the Bible says, God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. I mean, obviously the wiring was already done. Just kidding. Electrical engineering first came into being during the 19th century. It was after the shocking invention of electricity, and after it became readily available to all the people. The average day for an electrical engineer is like this. After a few espresso shots in the morning followed by a venti iced coffee, the computer is booted up and emails are casually deleted. Checked. A meeting with the local branch manager induces severe head nodding, and finally, work begins. The blueprints are laid out, and electronics with components less than 1 nanometer wide are reviewed. A quick run to the lounge for a snack and a second cup of coffee. Monitor resolutions are researched, another meeting is conducted, a drive to the nearest fast food chain for lunch. The local power plant has encountered issues and requires assistance from an engineer. The problem is fixed and you find yourself in the Starbucks drive-thru. Finally, back in the office, integrated circuits and solid-state drives are developed and designed. A careful analysis of data and research cataloging marks the end of the day. On the long drive home, yet another cup of coffee is consumed. So yeah, between the coffee and the snacks, at least something gets done. To succeed as an electrical engineer, certain traits must be present. Number 1, an attention for detail. In their work environment, electrical engineers have to work with computer components less than 1 nanometer wide. Did you know a hair is 100,000 nanometers wide? So think about that. These electrical engineers are working with components 1/10,000th the size of a hair. Second, patience. Electrical engineers often work on products for long amounts of time before they're ready to be released to the public. Usually, the time span between the conception of an idea and the time it is marketed is around 2.5 years. 3. Problem solving. Electrical engineers encounter problems all the time. Being able to overcome problems and solve challenges is what makes an electrical engineer successful. Lastly, cooperation. Electrical engineers sometimes work in teams, and that requires them to collaborate with peers and do research together. If they can cooperate and work collaboratively with their peers and do research together, they're able to be more effective in their field and also produce more work in a small amount of time. Now to the favorite detail of any job for anyone, money. The average entry-level electrical engineer with no emphasis in any particular field can pull in around $65,000 a year. Those with an emphasis in computers, up to $85,000. And those with an emphasis in a medical field can draw in $125,000 per year entry level. Now for a seasoned engineer, it's a little different. For a seasoned engineer with no emphasis, they can pull in about $105,000 every single year. An emphasis in computers adds another $40,000 for a total of $145,000 every year. And an emphasis in a medical-related EE field can draw in up to $195,000 every year. But get this, an engineer with a double major in both BME and EE can earn up to $235,000 annually. Now that's a lot of money. To become an electrical engineer, there are a few steps you must take. First, a bachelor's degree is required in general electricity. Furthermore, a master's degree in a specific emphasis for electrical engineering is suitable. For those that want to teach at universities or colleges and be a professor, a PhD is required. The best universities across the nation for electrical engineering include MIT, Caltech, Harvey Mudd, Georgia Tech, Virginia Tech, Stanford, UC Berkeley, and UCSD. To become a fully certified electrical engineer, one must pass both the PE and the FE exams. The PE exam stands for the Principles and Practices of Engineering exam. The FE stands for the Fundamentals of Engineering exam. After passing both the exams, an electrical engineer student is fully certified to operate and to do work in the field. These licenses are good for the state in which they apply. However, should an engineer choose to pursue a field that requires them to travel across the nation, licensing permits that are international can be applied for. For electrical engineers, the job outlook is good. Electrical engineering posts are expected to increase 15 to 25% between now and 2024. So as you can see, electrical engineering is a field that is tied to everything else in the world, but it hurts to know that some people don't know much about it. You'd be shocked to know just how wide the electrical engineering field is. And becoming an electrical engineer is an electrifying prospect. What would we do without them? So as we say in the engineering fields, the glass is neither half full nor half empty. It's twice the size it should be. I'm Roy Joe, and this is Nerd Labs.